So a lot of people's health is at risk, and it's actually mental health is at risk. And if you are someone who feels as though you need someone to talk to, please reach out. There's several different services and organizations available for people who need someone to talk to. But to be honest with you, mental health is a big concern right now, because mental health is going to be, once all the shit hits the fan and, the recession, we're proven to have a recession. We fall into the category of depression, financially, not personally or spiritually. You can be spiritually depressed, as if your faith is being tested. But, as everything that, we all talk about on a regular basis comes to pass, mental health is going to be a big hot button, because after you've been through it all, after you've lost it all, like, pretty much the only thing you have left is your sanity, really. Especially if you find yourself in a position where you're not prepared for SHTF or the results of SHTF. See what I'm saying? I've been meeting a lot of people on my journey these last few days as we travel across the country, and a lot of people. And of these different people, I'm getting a lot of different opinions about what's going on, how they feel about it, where things are going, what they're going to do. Very interesting. A lot of people, a lot of different ideas. I can't even say that there's a general consensus. Some people fear it. Some people ignore it. Some people plan and prep for it. We just stopped here, to fill up and grab some snacks. I think Michelle actually needs like some Benadryl or something, because she ate something that's like giving her some sort of allergic reaction. She was actually going to be in this video with me, but then she decided she just wanted to sit in the van and cool off for a little bit. She ate something, and now like she's got these bumps on the back of her tongue, and she just feels a little dizzy and nauseous. So I'll go check on her and make sure she's cool. I'm actually looking at her right now. She's just chilling in the shade and drinking some water. But a lot of different opinions about the future, where we're at, what's going on. And also on this trip, I want to thank everybody who's offered to meet up, who's offered to allow us to park our van on their property for the night, eat, cook a meal for us. Really do appreciate it. Even just, have a conversation, talk over some beers or two, or, maybe even 2 fingers of bourbon neat. Again, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. And, we'll stay in communication as we travel along and see what we can put together. Ironically, during these travels, we actually we're in Colorado, but we're heading out of Colorado, and we spent some time in downtown Denver last night. And there's a large homeless population downtown Denver, which is really no different from any other major city. Nothing new there. But someone mentioned in the comments that they noticed in Miami that they noticed a lot more panhandling. So I'm noticing that too. Not in Miami. I haven't been to Miami recently, but as we travel along, I'm noticing a lot more panhandling. And we brought this up in some previous videos in Destin, ironically, the panhandle of Destin, of one of my previous videos, of somebody who was actually they stand at a Walmart, and they stand on the corner with their seemingly wife and children, and they hold a sign. They're Hispanic, and this is nothing against Hispanics. I'm just painting the picture to give you some background on the story. So they're holding this sign, and it's written in English, and I assume that this is done because they don't speak English, maybe, or they don't. You write it in Spanish, but you got a lot of English-speaking people driving by. Probably not going to be very effective. But I'm noticing this. Now, this particular family, so to speak, the last time I saw them, they had moved about 3 miles down the road, still in the same general area, but they actually moved down the road to instead of Walmart, they moved down to where the Publix was. So theoretically, Publix is a little bit more affluent, the higher cost than Walmart. It's not considered, bargain, so to speak. and there's a few other higher end retail stores over there. But homeboy had to sign up. He had the family out there, and number one, I'm thinking, look, if you can dedicate yourself to this day in and day out, you could dedicate yourself to something that's going to be much more profitable, respectable, and that has an actual long-term future for you and your family besides staying here holding this sign. But I do think it's an organization. I think it's a collective group of people that have strategically come up with this idea to panhandle in certain areas. Case in point, this particular gentleman moved to the Publix area, I assume, to gain a much more generous customer base. Maybe, I don't even know if you call them customer, maybe charitable givers, I'm not sure. But he had on a crisp white tee, some really nice shorts, clean white Nikes, and he just looked like he just stepped out of the barbershop, clean cut. And I'm like, dude, you ain't fooling nobody. Back to Denver, Colorado, downtown, what I noticed was a lot of the homeless were positioning themselves in the way, in front of stores, particularly the more expensive stores, and depending on the look they had, or the pet or animal they had with them, or the clothing they had or did not have, I think they're turning it into a business. I can't say that I agree with it, but hey, look, it's just what I'm noticing along the way. Now, I'm not going to discredit those who legitimately do this because they have to, because they need to, because they found themselves drawing the short straw. Life served them up, a shit sandwich, for lack of better words. And, they don't have family and friends to really, get them going in the right direction. A lot of them have mental health issues. A lot of them have drug and addiction issues and alcoholism. So, not knocking those who are kind of stuck doing it, but for those who are choosing to go this path for profitability, yeah, I just want you guys to be aware of that and pay attention and see if you notice the strategic positioning of the beggars on the street trying to take the money out of your pocket, which, now is a crazy time to try to do that, because as the economy is falling apart, this is the last time I would ask somebody for money, because it's I think everybody's kind of feeling the squeeze, but people are scared. No doubt about it. People are scared to death. And some people they're scared, but they don't show it. Some people, they're scared and they don't know it. But I think overall, especially from the people that I've been talking to, more so leaning 60-40 scared. Now, I'm kind of feeling this also from the higher paying jobs and the higher income earners. And, the reason being is they have the most to lose typically. Now, usually when people start earning more money, they start spending more money. So just because you went from making $75,000 a year to making $100,000 a year to making $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year. I know people who make $300,000, $400,000, $1 million a year and are broke and will always be broke, no matter what, because that's just what happens. And the crazy part about it is they are the most at risk for catastrophic collapse and failure, but also the most at risk for damaging mental health issues, because they have the furthest to fall, unfortunately. The lower earners, the lower income, lower class, working class, even middle class, which is getting just completely deleted altogether, is going to be rich and poor. Pretty much that's it. But the lower earners, they're used to it. They're used to fighting. They're used to bargain hunting. They're used to clipping coupons. They're used to facing adversity and challenges day in and day out. They're used to everything. And when SHTF rolls around the corner, pops up and rears its ugly head, they're probably going to be the most prepared for it, for the fact that it won't be that much of a drastic change for their lives in comparison to the higher earners, like I was saying before. The higher earners, they have the most pain to be felt. And, I've been talking to people, and it's just, I'm trying to get a gauge not only of what's the fuel price like, what are food prices like? What are food levels like? What is agriculture and farming like? What is everything like where we're going? What are the people like? What are the people like? What are they thinking? Is this regional? Is it by state color, party, etc.? I want to know. And I want to know for me. I love learning more and becoming more educated, and being able to make better decisions in the future. But I also love bringing this to you guys, especially when you guys comment back, email of, thanks is great, but I love hearing the success stories of, I was able to do this because of that. Thank you so much. So I really enjoyed that. But talking to a lot of people, especially those retired, as we travel these campgrounds and RV parks, we run across a lot of retirees, and they usually get the Class A's, and they just take those, and that's pretty much their primary residence. And then, you'll catch them as snowbirds every now and then hitting the southern states during the cold months. But, we come across a lot of retirees nearing retirement, as well as in some of these areas, we're coming across people on fixed incomes like SSI or SSDI and Social Security. And, just getting their take on what's going on is eye-opening, and it's bringing to light what more I need to discuss with everyone as soon as possible. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to making money and making more of it, especially those who have retired, who are kind of eating away at their nest egg as inflation is killing them. Those nearing retirement who may not be able to retire, those who have retired. Spoke to a few people who have retired and had literally said, I have been forced to go back to work because of inflation and the economy, and I have to go back to work. So I'm going to start bringing you guys more information on that, because I think it's going to be very beneficial in amongst other things. I will be responding to emails as fast as I can, especially those who have asked for more information on how to increase their income, how to start side hustles, or side hustle or two. I have some people really eager to get going on a few different ideas, and they're ready to grind, they're ready to hustle. It's not going to be easy, but if you put the work in now, it should pay off for you later. And they also, and for those who wanted to find ways to get their budget in check, so check your emails. I'll be getting back to you ASAP. Do not doubt that there is, and don't ignore that there is a master plan, and the wheels are in motion. Most of us are not included in that plan, just being honest. We see these things every day, and if you don't, then we need to talk so we can work on opening your eyes to be able to identify the signals. Very vital to your success and your family's success and safety. Be prepared. And please don't make this about race. That's just silly. Come on now. I'm trying to help you guys. I read the comments and I see the evil and negative spirits out there. We're not about that here. Not about that here. Take that somewhere else. Please keep that nonsense to yourself, or put it aside before you let it block you from the message I'm trying to deliver here, especially for everybody else. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a safe 4th of July Independence Day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.